why you created this course.
Well, Business Brokers HQ, or Business Brokers Headquarters, was started really to solve a problem. The problem that we see in the business intermediary industry is that there's many untrained, unseasoned brokers trying to help folks manage multi-million-dollar transactions. In our experience so far, those inexperienced brokers tend to lead to less than successful outcomes. So we've taken our combined 30 to 40 years business brokerage experience and developed a program that we think will give you all the tools you require in order to be successful. We'll also have a cohort-based learning system, so you'll have 10 other folks that are taking the course with you. You'll be able to lean on them throughout the course as well as after the course is over. And as part of what we're offering, we're going to be there in your corner for the next year, answering questions, supporting you all the way through as you become successful in this profession. I founded Chinook in 2011, and since then it's grown to, I think, we have 7 brokers working with us now, and we successfully close around 40 deals a year. So we've got a ton of experience, and all of the stuff that I've learned over the last 11 years, we're putting into the course and transferring it all to you. And it's going to include all the templates that you need, all the documentation that you're going to require in order to be successful, email campaigns, basically everything you need to start working with a buyer, start working with a seller. We have valuation tools available. We have software, back-end software to make your business brokerage pop right from the get-go. Ultimately, the reason that we need more business brokers or business intermediaries is because there's $7 trillion. Now think about that, $7 trillion in assets, in business assets that are going to be transferred from the baby boomer generation to the millennials, Gen Xers, Gen Y, all of those folks over the next 10 years or so. In order to become part of this industry and reap some of the rewards from this generational transfer of wealth, we're going to provide some of the tools, or all of the tools essentially, that you're going to need to be successful and to generate higher than average income.
What kind of income?
It's going to vary. So typically the first year as a business intermediary without any training, you're going to make zero, probably zero. After you finish with our course, though, we're going to put you in a position that you're destined to make at least 6 figures, and probably well into the mid 6 figures if you do everything correctly. Well, what goes in, the harder you work, the more you'll be rewarded. But a lot of folks in this space will work, 10, 20, 30 hours a week, manage 1 or 2 deals at a time, and still make well over $100,000. If you think about like an average transaction size in the small business space is probably around $2 million. The typical brokerage fee on that is going to be in the $150,000 range. So, you close 1 or 2 deals a year and you live a pretty good life. You close 5 or 6 and you're in the top 5%. Well, one of the reasons that I got into the business brokerage space was I used to own a heavy equipment company, and I had a bunch of employees working for us and a bunch of equipment, and something was always breaking down, and there was always an employee issue. And when I started this, one of the key things for me that got me excited about the whole business brokerage profession was no employees, no equipment, so I could make a comparable wage without having any of the headaches of maintaining equipment or dealing with employee relationships. I became a broker in 2011, and that was after the sale of a drilling company in Alberta. We ended up selling the company to a public firm, and I had 3 years working with them, and at the end of the 3-year term I was definite that I didn't want to work for a big company ever again. So in my search for my next opportunity, I came across a business broker who suggested that he give me some training and I could work with him. I took the training, I worked with him. In retrospect, the training wasn't great, but it gave me enough confidence to to do my first deal. And what we're hoping to do with the Business Brokers HQ is to give you all of the skills, all the tools that you need to be successful and do a much better job than I was trained for.